Welcome to 500,000 Reasons Economic Developers Should Use Facebook. We have two speakers today. The first is Natalia Ubaldo. Natalia Ubaldo is CEO of GIS Planning Inc., an economic development internet company. His company's online strategies are currently implemented by economic development organizations in 42 states and serve the majority of the 100 largest cities in the USA. The second speaker will be Semenza. Mr. Semenza is experienced in workforce development, economic development, and urban planning. He is the co-author of Economic Development Marketing, Present and Future, a book based on national surveys of economic developers and site selectors that details recent trends and how communities promote themselves.
Facebook launched in 2004, and it now has over 500 million users. Of those, half of them log on any given day, and they spend over 700 million minutes each month. The average user spends over 6 hours per month. That's a significant amount of time on one specific social media website platform. And if this is where people are spending their time, you have to take it very seriously, and you need to engage with them where they are. It's the old marketing cliche, you need to fish where the fish are. You have probably spent a lot of time thinking about LinkedIn because that's typically known as the social media site for business and for professionals. And I've given a number of talks about how to use LinkedIn for economic development. What this graph shows you, though, is how many accounts, how many people use these three social networks, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can see that the Facebook users are significantly larger. LinkedIn 85 million, Facebook actually now over 550 million users. So there's a magnitude issue that needs to be addressed in your communication and marketing strategy, and Facebook is primed to reach many of the right people. This is how Facebook got to 500 million users, and you can see so much of that growth happened recently. As economic developers, we can take advantage of this. We can ride what I will call the SCurve of value. We don't have to build our own social network. We simply have to ride the wave of all of the people who are using Facebook and the other social media, because by engaging, we're already in the place where they are. For those of you who don't have a Facebook account, this is what it looks like when you log on to facebook.com. All you have to do to sign up is fill out a few fields, click, and you're signed up. Once you sign up, you create a profile page. And I want to make it very clear that a Facebook profile page is your individual personal profile. This is not the profile of your economic development organization, and those two things are different. So first, let's look at what your personal profile page is. And in this case, I'm showing the profile page of my co-author, Andrew. And you can see there's a photo which shows who he is in the profile. You can also see below his birth date, where he's located, who his friends are. And to the right, you can see his wall. And these are a number of posts that he has. And he's posted some articles from The Economist that he thought was interesting. You're all probably very familiar with this. You probably already have accounts. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Now let's talk about the elements of a Facebook page. And a Facebook page is what you would use for your economic development organization. So let's look at some of those elements. This is the Facebook page for the Greater Oklahoma City Chamber. You can see in the upper left-hand corner they have an organization logo. Down below that, they have information about the organization and the contact information. This varies from organization to organization, and you'll see some other examples that I'll show where there's more information. These are the people who like the organization. You can see their names. And this is how they like it. They simply click on that button that they like it, and then they show up as within that list. These are the tabs, and up in the tabs you can see their wall. You can click on another tab to get information about them. You can see the photos, video, search their available business properties, and get demographics about their area. This is the wall, and you can see some of the posts that they have. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Eric to show you how to create a Facebook page for your economic development organization.
Thanks, Natalia. Okay, so as Natalia just mentioned, there are differences between a Facebook page and a Facebook profile. The Facebook page is a relatively recent concept, and there are definitely some advantages to using this for your main method of communication as opposed to a profile. Here's some of the key differences are you are limited to 5,000 friends with a profile, but with the Facebook page there are fans instead of friends, and there's no limit to the number of fans that you can have for a page. You are limited to sending 20 emails at a time with a profile, but with a page you can email everyone in your fan base. And with a page, fan requests are automatically accepted, but with a profile you must manually accept new friend requests. Also, there are many apps that are only available for pages, and you can't install them on a profile. So for these reasons, it really makes a lot of sense to use a page if you want to communicate with a large number of followers. So I'm now going to show you how you can create a page. And here you go to facebook.com. If you have an account, the site might automatically log you in. So if so, click to log out. And once you are on the page, navigate to the bottom. You will see there's a link to create a page for a celebrity, band, or a business. Now on this screen, you'll want to choose the option on the right to create an official page. And beneath that, choose the option to create a page for a brand, product, or organization. In the submenu, there are a few choices that may be relevant to you. There's an option for government, for nonprofit, and for professional service. Here we're going to choose government and type in our name. Here I'm going to be the Anytown Economic Development. And next we have to verify that we are the official representative of the organization. Next it prompts me to choose an account to link the page with, and this will become the administrative account for the page. So what you should do is you should choose an account that you are comfortable using to interact with people on Facebook on a professional level. So if you have a personal account with potentially compromising content, then you may want to think about creating a new account strictly for professional use. So here I'm going to be entering in the account that will be the administrative account. And we'll click to log in. And then we're done. So you can see that it only took up a couple of minutes, and then it's up to you to customize the page and to add content to it.
Thanks, Eric. So now let's look, once you have your Facebook page set up, let's look at the wall posts and things you can share to engage your audience. So here we are now that the page is set up, and you can see you could post, for example, an invitation to a networking event. This is one way to engage the fans that you have for your organization. You can see here it says, "Don't forget sunset reception tonight at Bolero, 4 to 6. Come get your network on." Here's another post inviting discussion about what the community needs. If you're considering a new program or there's something going on in your community that you want feedback on, why not ask? The chamber says, "What are your best local shopping tips? What retail does Oklahoma City need? Let's get some discussion going." They can use this as a tool to engage people, which could influence, in fact, the retail that they target to bring into town. Here's another post inviting people to an event sponsored by the chamber. So if you want to, it says, "Curious about China, its history and economic growth, experience China with the chamber." And you'll see down below that there's actually a calendar that says the date, and if you click on that, you can actually add it to